Math Score Booster, master the math, maximize the score. Today, I will introduce you with SAT, SAT SAT mathematics and the ACT mathematics. So our main focus will be on the SAT mathematics portion. Clear? As you can see, we will come across different formulas, slope of the line formula, quadratic formula, and Pythagorean theorem, circle formulas, and there is a function, and also iota. Now, there is a slope formula and circle along with the cube. Okay, so area formulas, all formulas we will be discussing. So think smart, solve fast, score higher. This is our motto. So now if we talk about SAT, SAT Mathematics Master Class, in this class we aim to get minimum of this score. And in this course, instructor ready course will help you with the following things. What are these following things? Let's have a look at the structure of the SAT. There are how many? 44 questions, and now calculator is allowed throughout the 44 section. Before there were two modules, and one module was without the calculator, without C, and second module was with the calculator. But now throughout the test, calculator appears. But now what do you need is to focus on your accuracy and speed. For the speed, in our course, we will learn formulas along with the formulas. Its speed will be focused. How can we focus our speed? Some steps are not essential because we need the end answer. So unnecessary steps, I will guide you how to eliminate them, how to avoid those steps. Next to this, like SAT scoring secrets are, it's from easy to medium to the hard question. So what does it do? It affect your adaptation. You need to be adapted to that. Like start with this easy one and then select the medium. Once you are done with these questions, go to the hard one. But on the if the first module, strong module you are performing, lead to the hard module 2 questions, which gives you better score. Okay, so better performance will give you better score. So in our test or in our coming course, we will discuss about like part 1. It will be part A, it's heart of algebra. We'll talk about statistics. We will talk about the advanced math, and we will talk about geometry with trigonometry. As in SAT math test part, only around 5 to 10% or rarely 15% is trigonometry. Most of the time geometry, and all these things are involved. So have a look at that. 35% is algebra, 35% is advanced math, data analysis is 15%, and geometry and trigonometry together are 15%. So we will discuss from chapter 1 to chapter 20. All this will be covered with the formula, with some solution of the questions, and at the end we will evaluate ourselves with the mock tests. Now here, number 1, we have linear equation and how to solve a one-step, two-step, and multi-step equations. So efficiently we will help you to solve these things sometimes in one step. So the time will be saved. This saved time can be spent on difficult questions, hard questions, we say. So you can spend this time on difficult questions. So how to save the time? This SAT math is all about the pace. If you increase your pace or your speed, you can get good marks. If you are not, then it is not easy to get higher marks. So all about pace, and I will guide you for the pace and the speed. Now, for example, the linear equation, it's very easy. So we can solve this in 2 steps, or it can be solved in 1 step. As we know that this is minus 14, it will be. If it is minus from the other side, it will be 14. And divided by 2, so we can save our time. X will be equal to 7. So that's what we can do, and we need to solve it. So solution can be made easier with this. So language tools, number 1 chapter, number 2 solving linear equations, number 3 function and linear equations, chapter number 4 linear equations, and chapter number 5. So why I separated these 5 chapters? If you are covering them, it means around 45% of the SAT math you are covering it. And if you are doing it efficiently, so like more a little less than 50% of the marks, like 400, you can easily get it. Like 400 means it is starting from 200, so more than 400 you can get it. So we have use of distribution, combine like term, simplify, and solve. So for example, if it is x plus 2x square plus 3x cube. So now these are 2 like terms. So if we are adding them, it will be 2x, and after that we are reorganizing them, ordering them, so it will be the equation. So how we are working with the distribution, combined like term, and simplifying them. So here we will learn in our SAT course. Clear? So solve using substitution, elimination, and graphing method. So this will be solved. So this kind of things we are covering them. Now later, check both variables. Many students stop after finding, like for example, they are asking you to find the value of x and y. Sometimes the students find x value is, for example, 2, and y value they are not finding. So whatever the value of y will be, so you need to avoid the traps, and we will guide you how can you avoid these traps. Okay. Now next to this, functions, f into x, and each functions we will solve it and assign exactly one output to each input. So we will learn all the traps that are there in SAT. Okay? Function example, this is one of the function example, and substituting the value for 4 and what answer we are getting. So we will study in our classes. Composite functions, so f into g into x function. So composite function by working from the inside outward. So how to solve it? How to solve this function? We will be learning it. So it is how we will work step by step on this one. Quadratic function, so the value of x can be found with the help of a quadratic formula and by factorization. Okay, so factorization or quadratic formula, we can use how to use it, and quadratics we will work on them. Then factoring examples. So this is one of the example of factorization, and from here x plus 2 equal to 0 and x plus 3 equal to 0. So the value for x can be minus 2, the value of x can be minus 3. So similar to this, we will be solving our factoring examples and to find the value of x or to find the value of y. So example, some of the formulas like a square plus b square plus 2ab and a square minus b square minus 2ab, and then we have the special formula a square minus b square, which is equal to a plus b and a minus b. So what we will be doing, we will be solving with the help of all these formulas. Okay, and exponents rules, like for example 2x power 3. So well, like 2x power 2, can we add them or not? We will discuss about them. So how can we multiply them? How can we work on the basis? This is the base and this is exponent, and what about this coefficient? Okay, so we will be working on them and how can we add them, how can we subtract them. So this is what we are going to learn about. Then scientific notation, it's a big number, for example 0.0000236. So it's taking too much space, so we can do it 2.36 10 raised to the power minus how many zeros are there, so we will put it. So we will learn how to write the number in scientific notation and from scientific notation to the standard one. So here next portion will be statistics and data analysis. So the data analysis will cover ratios, rates, proportions, percentage, how many percent of what. Statistics will be mean, mode, and median or average. Okay, arithmetic mean. Okay, we say arithmetic mean, and how to get the average. The same thing, is it? So we will discuss about this about in the statistics, and categorical data and probability we will be discussing. So all these, like previously 5 chapters and now 4 chapters, from here around 60% of the SAT will be covered. Then, as I discussed, mean, median, and mode. So we need to arrange the data 3, 9, 8, 2, 4, 9, 10, 20. So we need to arrange the data, then we need to find mean, median, and a mode of the data. So arranging the data, and we will be performing the operation accordingly. Percentage problem, what percent? What? I'm writing percent is 9 of 20. So now, whenever we will be able to convert this into mathematics, it will be easier for us to solve it. What percent? Then we have probability. So here, favorable outcome, probability is a total outcome. So, okay, like for example, 5 t-shirts are there, like green, and 5 are yellow. So, what probability will be there if you pick randomly a green shirt? So 5 over total, it's 10. So it will be like favorable outcome and total outcomes. So it will be 1 over 5. So probability will be 1 over 5. So similar to this, we will be solving our probability equations. And then there is graph interpretation and read axes, units, and trends. So law of exponents, quadratic function, we will be composition, recursion, and exponential functions, polynomials and radial function, rational function, and trigonometric function. So all this will cover around, as we saw, 15% of the exam. Now we are in a better position to solve our SAT exam. Clear? So these are some of the geometric function like area, perimeter, volume, angle relationship, how we need to cover it. And then about the rectangle, we have length, width. So how to find the area, and now how can we find if one length is given? So this is given, how can we find this? And with the how can we find the perimeter of the rectangle? So all this, and sometimes they will ask you to find the diagonal. So all these things will be discussed in our coming course. Now, triangle, area. So it's one of the example given. How can we find the area of the triangle? And about the circle, this will be additional, something additional. And once you will do this one, so you will be able to perform 100% in your test. Okay, so in the geometry section, we have triangle, polygon, circle, and surface area. These are the shapes, and shapes become something essential to answer. So here you will be answering them, and once you will answer, so your 100% of your test will be covered. And we are going to start this course very shortly on maths score booster, by the Edutech. So these are some of the formulas, Pythagorean theorem, Desmos overview also. This is the best tool to like minimize the time. Minimize your time to solve a question. So we will be discussing on your calculator how can you answer the value for x, value for y, and all the graphs. So this will be specially taught as an SAT rule. Okay, so Desmos shortcuts we will give you. Then Desmos shortcut 2, solution visually before selecting answers. Okay, so most repeated patterns we will discuss about the linear equation. Linear equations appear frequently. As I told you, when you are covering first 5 chapters, means you are covering 45% of the course. And then function evaluation questions as common, and we will particularly be solving blue book, which is one of the essential, and around 1500 plus questions we will solve on money. 1500 plus question repeated in the blue book, we will be solving them. And ratios and percentage are heavily tested. So this is one of the third pattern that is coming. So how to find the ratio, how to find the percentage, we will be discussing, but we'll be discussing in simpler way, easiest way to save that time. So quadratic equations often appear in hard harder module, so we will discuss in harder module. And graphs and tables require careful interpretation. If you are not reading them well, if you are not trying to solve them well, you cannot answer it. So we will be solving these graphs and tables, and identify what is being asked before calculate. See here, number one, SAT has easy questions, but if the question is well understood, then answer will come easily. Answer will be easy. So I'll help you how to identify what the question is being asked. So we will identify it and we will cover it. So 700 to 800 level questions, expect multi-step reasoning and non-routine application. So you will get your score. And then what is necessary is to don't spend too long on one question. Mark and return. For example, question number 3. You feel it's difficult. Mark it that I will solve it later. Go to 4, 5, 6, 7. Solve them all and then come back to solve this if you have the time. Instead of wasting time on number 3, go to the next. So these are the negative units. Negatives, keep in mind there are negative signs and they have greater influence of units. If some unit is in kilogram and in the question it is in gram, either convert it into kilograms or kilograms be into the grams, so that make the units equal, then you can solve it. So, and misreading of the graphs, it will also damage your score. So we will help you to read the graph carefully. And for the final revision, algebra, mostly functions, quadratics, percentage, geometry, and Desmos. So once you are revising on the exam day, carefully revise them. When you will revise them carefully, you will be getting better score in your exam. So formula is score 700 plus, master concepts, formulas, avoid traps, use Desmos wisely, and practice consistently. If you are doing consistent practice, you will be able to answer it. Now, for further assistance, you can visit us on our branch. It's EduTech Training Center, located on Silver Road, or you can follow our course and you can text on this WhatsApp, or you can visit us to book for your next IELTS. SAT will be easiest when you will follow our channel. Thank you very much and have a good luck.